After months and months of speculations, Apple's M2 chip has finally surfaced in the new MacBook Air. With a complete redesign and plenty of performance upgrades, MacBook Air M2 is looking pretty dope. But how good is it compared to the MacBook Air 1? And should you make the upgrade considering the hefty price tag? In this video, we will compare these two laptops head-on to help you make a good purchasing decision. And with that being said, let's get started. Upgrading to a MacBook Air M2 is anything but cheap, considering the base model starts at $1,199. For the price, you're getting the M2 chip, coupled with 8 gigs of memory and 256 gigs of SSD storage. On the contrary, MacBook Air M1 with the same memory and storage configuration comes at $999. With a 20% price bump, you're paying $200 more for the M2 chip and a redesigned MacBook Air with the new Midnight Blue and Starlight color variants. Midnight Blue looks absolutely stunning. It appears like a mixture of space gray and navy blue, giving the laptop a matte black-like finishing. The overhauled design also includes a slightly bigger display, flatter corners, and of course, a notch. At this point, it seems like Apple is putting a notch on most of the devices, and we're not sure why. Comparatively, MacBook Air M1 incorporates 3 color options: space gray, gold, and silver with the same basic design. Now, let's talk about the M2 chip. This second-generation Apple Silicon is based on a 5nm architecture with 20 billion transistors. The result? 100 GBs memory bandwidth with even better performance than the M1. As an 8-core CPU, it combines 4 performance and 4 efficiency cores with up to 24 GB of unified memory. Basically, you're getting more horsepower at lower power consumption compared to the current laptops available on the market. While the M2 comes up with a 10-core GPU, the one in the new MacBook Air base model has an 8-core CPU and GPU combo. Compared to the MacBook M1, you can expect about a 35% performance gain on the M2 MacBook Air. However, there are still some downsides that Apple hasn't addressed yet. The first one is support for only one external display. Yep, you heard that right. The new MacBook Air, just like its predecessor, has support for only one external display with up to 6K resolution at 60Hz. Secondly, paying $1,200 for only 8 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of storage in 2022 sounds like a bummer. And lastly, MacBook Air M2 lacks plenty of connectivity options such as an SD card reader and an HDMI port. So, should you upgrade to the M2 MacBook Air? We'd rather leave the decision up to you. As powerful as it may be, the new MacBook Air is obviously an expensive upgrade. Go for it if you're willing to try out the new M2 chip and that sleek design, caring less about the price. Otherwise, a MacBook Air with an M1 chip will more than suffice. So, that was all about the MacBook Air M2 versus MacBook Air M1 debate. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and comment below to let us know your thoughts. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon if you want to see more videos like this on your feed.